Hi everyone, Greg here. Now today I'm going to make a salad with my new favourite grain, quinoa, also known as quinoa. Except no one calls it quinoa, except for me for about 5 years because, well, I'm... Now quinoa is a really awesome grain. You can use it as a substitute to rice or some other things, but it tastes really good and it's really good for you. And it's really easy to make as well. It's super healthy, it's good for you, what more do you want? Anyway, I'm going to make a delicious salad using quinoa today. Here are some of the other ingredients I'm using. I'll leave them all in a list down below in the show more bar. And of course I'll be saying them along the way. Anyway, let's start cooking. I'm using the tri-colour quinoa today. Diversity is its strength. It also comes just in a plain white. But first of all we need to rinse it off because it does have like junk on the outside. So grab yourself a sieve. And for this recipe I'm just using 1 cup of quinoa. And we'll rinse this off under the tap. And chuck it in a saucepan. And we'll add in 2 cups of water. So 1 cup quinoa, 2 cups water. We'll put that on the stove, crank it to high, and we'll bring this to the boil. And now that it is boiling, I'm going to put the lid on and I'm going to turn the heat down. And that just needs to cook for between 10 and 15 minutes and it'll be ready. Pretty easy, huh? In the meantime, let's start making a lemon dressing and cutting up some of the other ingredients that we're going to be putting inside this salad. So, grab yourself a bowl and into there I'll add some olive oil, about 2 tablespoons worth of. Another 2 tablespoons of freshly squeezed lemon juice. 1, 2. I've got 2 cloves of garlic here, which I will crush into here. I'm using 1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard. Oui, oui, monsieur. I'll add some salt. Now I've got some chili flakes here. You can use like red pimiento or pepper flakes as well. But I like a bit of chili just to spice things up. Now the red pepper would add a nice sweetness to it as well. Whereas this would add a little bit of oomph right up there, you know what I'm talking about. And I'll also grind some pepper into that as well. And give it a mix. I could drink it just like that, I reckon. Maybe with a shot of gin or vodka, of course. But that's the lemon dressing done. Let's start cutting up just a few of the other things that I'm using. So I'll start off with some baby spinach, just a handful, a couple of cups worth. Or you can use arugula, or as we call that in Australia, rocket. So I just want to roughly chop this up. Now we'll also need some sun-dried tomatoes. I love these things. They are very hard to cut up though, and they are pretty messy to cut up as well. But we need about 1/3 of a cup of these. Grab yourself a nice sharp knife to do this, because they don't like to cut. They like to stay together as much as they can. But just get your back into it and she'll be right, mate. Now I've also got some pine nuts here as well. Now pine nuts can be really expensive. You may have to sell one of your children to be able to afford to get the pine nuts. If you don't want to use pine nuts, just use some shaved almonds or slithered almonds that have been toasted. That'll work perfectly for this recipe as well. Anyway, my quinoa's ready. Let's take a look at it. Well, at least I hope it is ready. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, very nice. So let's fluff it up with my fork. Well, that's all the hard work done. So grab yourself a bowl and let's start throwing this salad together. Okay, so now I've got my nice fluffy quinoa. Throw this into the bowl. Get it all out. Ah, oh, that pot's hot. Next we'll grab our dressing and we'll drizzle that over the top. Give it a bit of a toss. That smells good. I'll add in my nuts. Oh, these ones. Throw those in. And add the sun-dried tomatoes. Give that a mix through. Now, I don't want to add the spinach or arugula or rocket yet because it will wilt because this is still a bit warm. So I'll just wait another few minutes before I add those in. So now we just need to add in our green stuff. Give it a toss. And your sun-dried tomato, spinach and quinoa salad is done. Now you may need to adjust the flavour to this by adding a little bit more salt and pepper just before you serve it up. Make sure you give it a taste first though, because you don't want to be adding those things if it doesn't need it. Alright, well there's that quinoa salad. I mean, how easy was it to throw together? If it was any easier, I could have done it telepathically from my couch. It's not that easy, but I mean, if it was any easier. Anyway, let's give this a go. Oh yeah. The spinach in there hasn't completely wilted yet, so it's still a little bit crunchy. The sun-dried tomatoes add this nice tomatoey flavour to it. Those pine nuts that you sold your child for, they give it a sweet, nutty sort of flavour as well. And that dressing just adds that little bit of zest and garlicky goodness to it. Yummo! Well, there you go, a really simple, easy quinoa salad. I hope you enjoy it. If you do make it, I'd love to know what you think about yours. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time for my next recipe right here on Greg's Kitchen. Catch you then. Oh no! Oh dear. Oh well. Oh yeah, this is Greg's Kitchen.